Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's the start of a brand new week here in Australia, and you are watching How to App on iOS with Jade. I hope you've all had a really good weekend and stuff like that. And here we are for another week of all stuff iOS. I had a really relaxing week. How was your weekend? Or weekend, I should say. Good to see you, Ian. Welcome to the channel. Pete Johns, good to see you. Benedict Stewart, Tom Rochelle, Stu Cash, SM Borthwick. And, SM Borthwick. Hi, Jade, everyone. Another killer guitar app. We are being spoiled. And it is a very, very killer guitar app we are looking at today. I'm very excited. So excited, I'm going to have a vape. Oh man, that's so shit. Wow, that'll put some hairs on your chest. So what are we looking at today? First, let's cover what we're doing for the week, because it's a really exciting week. So we're looking at this THU Overloud guitar app today, and that's really cool. Tomorrow we are doing a deep dive, the first of 2 parts into Auria Pro. So I'm spreading it over 2 days, so I'm going to do shorter videos. I don't want to do these long ones like I did last week. Last week was full of long videos. So we're doing 2 shorter videos on Auria Pro, and the cool developers at Auria Pro have offered me 1 full copy of Auria Pro, the Pro Unlocked version, to give away this week. And also what it comes with is an unlock of an in-app purchase of Drumagog, which if you've gone and had a look at one of my previous videos on importing drums from GarageBand into Auria Pro and then using Drumagog over the top to get really cool drum sounds, there's a link up the top on the replay right now to click to that video and have a look. That's what you'll be getting. So you'll be getting Auria Pro full unlock with Drumagog 5. And that is fucking cool. So thank you very much to the developers of that. I can't wait to give that away. And on Thursday, we are doing a show on Pixelmator for iOS. Going to look again at doing artwork and graphics for things like what I use here for the assets on my show and for album covers. And I'm going to be using that in conjunction with Over, which is the app I showed you in the very first episode of this. And can you believe it? We're up to 40 episodes, motherfucker! 40 episodes. Holy shit. Who thought we'd get here? So are there any new apps? Oh, and by the way, at the end of the week, we're doing an interview with Mike Enjo from Creative Source. That's going to be really cool. And I will let you know over the next coming weeks, I have some awesome interviews coming up. Like, really shit hot. I'm super excited. They're going to blow you away. So, let's have a look like we normally do over here at appslice.co. Are there any apps that have dropped in price? From what I can see, the only 2 which are noteworthy are both 4Pockets apps, funnily enough. Chameleon and Shimmer. If you don't have Shimmer, jump onto that. It is a really amazing app, Shimmer. It's like you can take, I don't say this often, but you can take something that sounds kind of hodgepodge and pretty boring, and you can just slap shimmer on it, and it shines like a diamond. What's going on, Cold Acre? Paul, good to see you as well. So, look, I wish it was Alice Cooper, but it's close, Pete Johns. Put it this way. We're going to have a few very big-ish people on the show. Who knows? So, they're the apps of note for you all. I will let you know too, over on my website, jadestarr.com.au, a bit of shameless blah, blah, blah. I have just released, when you go to the front of my page, I've got merch for my band, but I have just released, this is pretty cool, a Dread Circus face mask. So if you're in the US or UK, it's like £9, US $9. You get it shipped. Look at that, man. That's pretty cool. I'm probably going to make some face masks for this show just for fun. So that's another thing. So that's about the housekeeping for today. We can get done. What are we looking at today? We are looking at Overloud TH-U. So this is a new guitar amp sim. And is it a Bias FX2 killer? Where do we start? Man, this thing has some fucking shit in it. This thing has so many goddamn amps, so many goddamn pedals. It is overwhelming. And thanks to the developers of this amazing app, who so that's Almatech, who have given me the full unlock for this app. And man, there's too much to go through. So is it a Bias FX killer? Let me just say this before we get into it. It is an AuV3 plugin. So it already has one major up over Bias FX. If you want to check out the Bias FX review I did, there's, again, watching the replay, there's a card above my head to click and you can go and see that to compare what we're doing today. So let's have a look at the interface to kick it off. Here it is. Now, jump the shark a bit there. So this is what you're presented with when you first open up the app, and we can jump over to the main screen so you get a nice big view, and I can catch my breath for a second. And as King Diamond would say, it is time for tea. Oh man, I love the smell of tea in the morning. So much better than napalm. So this is what you're presented with immediately with this app. So you're given a nice representation of an amp there. Now, if you scroll across to the side, look at that. You're given your speaker. So I'm just swiping across. You see if I use my mouse on my Apple keyboard. And immediately when you click on this amp, you get a little side panel that pops up. This is really ingenious, I think. I think it really keeps the interface, the UI nice and neat. And it takes away the use of knobs. I know everyone's typing it in the chat today coming from Pete's show. Look, there's no knobs. The knobs are gone. Even if where are we? Let's get out of that. So I hit close and go back over to the amp. If I click on the head, look at this. No knobs. It's all this bizzo over here. So now I haven't seen an option to like turn on knobs. I know there's a lot of people who like touching knobs. So if you like touching knobs, can you do it this way? Let me see. I'll try touching the knobs. No, it doesn't work. So if you like touching knobs, this app ain't for you. Oh man, we are going to some dark places already. So the beautiful thing is too, you can zoom in and out by pinching. So it's a beautiful interface. Really cool. That's that. Now, up in the top left-hand corner, you'll see the little THU button. You click on that, and here is a lovely, clean selection to swipe through different sounds. Just by clicking left to right, I think you can swipe. No. So everything's nice and big here. And if you just click on the word, you get brought up this little section here. Across the bottom, you've got your master. So when you click on that, again, it's a knobless setup there. You can even change the sensitivity of these volumes here to high and low. Then you've got a tuner in the middle. Nice, simple interface. And it even comes with a looper. Look at that. And look, everything about this thing's very, very clean. Very clean. Cleaner than my language. Definitely. So that is that interface. So once again, just click that top left hand and you're brought back here. If you don't want to pinch to zoom, you've got a little magnifying glass down here, which you can zoom in and out for quick. So yeah, so let's zoom back in again. So yeah, if I'm swiping over to the right, you can see the speaker, and if I swipe over to the left, that's where all your pedals are. So it's a really, really clean interface. I love it. Very sexy. Let's have a look at the in-app purchases, because there's a few. And, you know, this thing is pricey. I'm not going to shit in your pockets. It's expensive. I'm very blessed that the devs gave me an unlock to this, because Whew, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, but let's be clear here. For the prices of everything, you really don't need to unlock everything. Like, it's overkill. There's so much shit going on here. So as you can see here, you've got 3 sections in the purchase area in the store. So these are your bundles. So you've got the unlock, the top one's the unlock. You can just unlock all the stomp boxes, effects down the bottom here, your cabs. So there's little packets there. As you can see, I've got full, and I do suggest when you first download it. So it is free to download. So go and grab it, download it, and sign up straight away. As soon as you, because you're going to want to log in to the actual the website. So sign up, create a password and ID, and you will be given this pack up here up the top, this free pack. So go and do that. You get a whole bunch of extra sounds just by setting up. If I click across to the components, here's where it gets like cray. Okay. So as you can see, they're all $7.99. This is Australian price. So it's it looks daunting looking at the Australian prices here because, as you know, if you've watched the show long enough, our dollar is worth the bottom of a toilet. Yay. So here in Australia, $7.99 per head. But just scrolling through, I mean, we got a lot of head here. Oh my God, man. I'll tell you what, Friday's show is going to be dangerous having me and Mike Enjo on the same live stream with all the innuendo that is going to be flying. As you can see here, look the hell at all these cabinets. It is cray. There is so much here to lose yourself in. And so then you get to all these pedals. We're only 3/4 of the way down. Man, there is a lot of stuff in here. So all of these, it looks like here, so they're all the same price if you are buying them individually. Yeah, that's a lot of shit. So also you have here these rigs. Now, if you have a look, it looks like I've got none of these on here. Now, these are additional things, and I do believe I already have one. So let's do this. How do I do it? Purchase history. I should be able to restore all purchases, and there we go. So I have got this American Classics here, and let's have a look at that. American Classics. And there are the list of things that come with that. So they gave me this one as well. So there are a lot of things within here. So just in this pack alone, there's 29 amps and 29 cabs and 29 presets. So we got a lot of shit going on here. So that is the store. That's what you can purchase. And what else we got here in settings? So we've got global settings. As you can see, mine's set up to go through my Steinberg. I'm going to be testing it in a second through Auria Pro today. We want to change this to channel 2 because that's what my guitar is plugged into. So look, everything is fairly basic and easy to understand. Let's open this up in Auria Pro and grab my guitar. So we'll just change views here. So you can see me there with my cup of tea. So I'm going to try it out on a couple of guitars today. I'm going to try it out on my 6-string LTD, and I've got my 7-string over here next to my Spark amp, which I can give you an update on that too before we get into this. Let's open up Auria. Oh man, that's good shit. So many of you, if you've been following the show, know that I got my Spark amp over here, and there was an issue with it after I did the review. There was a buzzing sound. It seemed like it wasn't grounded properly, which turned out to be the case. So I got in contact with Positive Grid, and I'd seen a lot of people on the forums saying they were having issues with their power supply too. So when you would touch the strings, there was like a minor electric shock. There's a lot of buzzing in the amp. They said they would send me out a new power supply. I thought that would take forever to get here, so I went out and bought my own power supply as a replacement with a actual grounding plug. it didn't work. It didn't change anything, so I was pretty disappointed, and I was a bit concerned that the new power supply that Positive Grid was sending me wouldn't work. But I can report I actually received my power supply on Friday. It took under a week for them to send a power supply from Sydney, yet it took 5 months for me to actually get the amp. I plugged it in, the grounding issues are completely gone, and the amp is sounding absolutely fucking sick. So, here is my guitar for today. Do I have a pick? I should have a pick handy. Let's give this some volume on my mixing desk. Hey. Cool. So we are in Auria Pro at the moment, and let's jump over here, make this a little bit bigger for you all to see. Cool. So what I have done, and let's just show you from the beginning. So this is just my guitar running clean. I'm just going to close out this. So there is a flat sound on my guitar. Now this is a song from one of my bands, Filthy Maggoty FMC, called The Story of the Sadistic Seagull Fucker. And I'll just play you a little bit if it's working. Cool, we've got sound there. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm using track 8, I do believe it is, here. This is track 8. So I've already got it set to record, and it's set at input 2 to my Steinberg, because that's what my guitar is connected to. Now I'm going to click on the FX here, and because this is an AuV3, I'm going to now add in this plugin. So we've got to find it. It should be under O for Overloud. There it is, Overloud TH-U. And that has now added that to my setup. Now I can make this larger if I want. Just make sure all my settings are set up here. Good, we're all set there. And let's see if we can go straight to a metal sound. Shit, yeah. Cool, we got a metal sound. First, what we will do is look at the effects you get from here. Oh, which we're doing. So this is just a plain, this is what you start with. Plain clean sound. Pull the volume down a bit. We're going to go straight to some metal. So this is just the basic shit that you're going to get. Let's pull out a metal tone. Whoa, got to get a bit together. It's our first thing in the morning. Cool. Let's go through some of these presets. Sweet. We've got an ambient sound here. Nice. Gonna go back to this metal sound here. Let's have a look at what the setup is. So we can zoom out. So it's a pretty basic setup. So we've got a drive there. See if I can move my, there we go, that's a little bit better. So if you double click on the pedal, I do believe, how do we do that? Hold down on the pedal. You can change, oops, what are we looking for? So it's this one, I do believe, nope. I can't remember how to, so it's the middle one, edit. And you can go up and down through the pedals. So that is how you do that. Let's have a look at these microphone settings, because you can click on your mic position and move these around too. Let's go to mic A. Oops, bumping my mic around. So pretty easy to change stuff around. We got a hard rock sound here. Good fun. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the other sounds that you do get in here. So if we go back, these are the additional presets that you get built in with the unlock. So you can see there is a hell of a lot of stuff here. We've got 57 sets of settings there, and each one that you click will open up more. So we'll check out the metal one because it's just me in metal. This one's really interesting. So you've got metal songs. This is really cool, man. Straight away, you've got an Enter Sandman clean sound. I can't even remember how to play it. Straight into a heavy sound. Oops. Master of Puppets, Cowboys from Hell, so all these classic songs, Rust in Peace by Megadeth, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden. And again, you can build on top of this Rain in Blood. God. Let's not play Rain in Blood. So, as you can see, there is a shitload of songs, even just in here. Plenty of presets. Let's go back. Then you've just got basic metal sounds in here. Love this top one. It says brutal metal. How brutal is it? Cool. Lots of solos, all that kind of stuff. Oops, didn't mean to do that. What else is in here? So you got some funky stuff. There's just too much stuff to play with. Tremolos, choruses. Pull down the volume a bit. Let me just do this. There we go. And bring that up. There is, you can get absolutely lost in this shit. What else have we got in here? Funk and R&B songs. So again, there's another section. Oh well, this one's for Cold Acre if he's still a bit of human nature. I don't even know half these fucking songs. So what else is in here? There are a bunch of selections of rigs. So you've got bass rigs as well. You have a whole lot of boogie stuff. Let's just flick through some. So there's not much in that one. We've got British sounds, it looks like, in here, which aren't doing much there. So what else we got? Fenders. You can get absolutely lost in all this. Now clearly I haven't had the time to go through a lot of this stuff because that's what you're meant to do. I'm just here to give you a 20-minute overview of what's inside of here. Let's go back, have a look at some more. So I'm going to grab my 7-string and I'm going to record something along with this track and see how it sounds. If I can get it off its stand. There we go. So we get some down-tuned madness here as I do the bad thing of unplugging my guitar lead without turning it down. There you go. Actually did the right thing and turn that down. So let's see what we've got metal wise. Let's go back to this brutal metal. So let's try. Wow, we have some noise there. Let's try something else. I'm sure there was another one. Cool, that's what we want. So I can shut out of this because it's running. Now I'll try and get some levels with these drums, and I'll turn off the mic as well for this. Let's have a play. Cool. I'll turn down my mic. We'll play through this song and we'll call it a day. In fact, let's see what if I can add to this before we go on. We want a... So we've got this metal pedal here. We want to add... What do we want to add? We want to add some pedals. We want... We want a gate. Cool. Let's turn down the vocals. Let's try and record and see if I fuck it up. Cool bananas. There you go. Let's have a look. I was probably a bit too loud, a bit too hot. No, so it's an alright recording. Not hot at all or anything like that. We can zoom in. I made a few mistakes, but that happens when you're live. Let's have a play back. Cool bananas. So that's going to wrap it up today. Don't want to go too long. Thought I would give you a look at this thing. Is it a bias effects killer? It's pretty damn close. I do prefer the tones that are automatic that I can grab from the cloud. That's the one thing that I think is missing. I would love to have a cloud option on here too. I'm not sure. From what I have seen, I can't see anywhere on there that I can upload tracks to the cloud. So that sucks. Where are we? Track 8. Let's have a look and close that. I can't see share. custom presets, so you can share stuff to people, so you can share it to other people and they can import that way. But it doesn't look like there is you can share banks as well to friends as well, so that's pretty cool. So you can share across to each other. That's really nice. So Bob says, I really like the clarity of the ride and cymbal. Well, how I did that, just before I do finish, these drum takes are just from GarageBand. So I made the drums in GarageBand and then imported them over into Auria Pro, and then have added Drumagog over the top to replace the sounds, the samples. So I've replaced, so you can see the kicks here. If I hit the kick, and you can choose different kicks from list. You can add your own samples to this. Same with the snare. If I head over to the snare, you've got a whole lot of different snare sounds that you can add. And this is what I'm giving away tomorrow. So jump on the show tomorrow. We will be looking at Auria Pro, this app that I'm in here. I'm going to jump right into the whole app. Just put my guitar down. We're going to jump right into this. I'm going to show you everything, all the settings, everything within here, all the additional things you can add, all the Auria has a store, all the add-ons, presets, all the things that you can add on. We're going to jump through that. And then the following day, we're going to jump back into this and we're going to look at creating a song in here and using the buses and all that kind of stuff. And if you're here for the show or you're in the replay for tomorrow and the day after show and you leave a comment, you go in the running to win a copy of this full Auria Pro app and Drumagog as well on Friday's show. So please be here for tomorrow's show and the day after. Join me for this deep dive. As I said, we're doing a show also on Thursday. So for the rest of you in the rest of the world, we're in the future. So take a day backwards from when I'm talking, from what I'm saying here in Australia. And we're looking at a graphics app on how to make assets and how to make album covers, that kind of thing, with Pixelmeter on iOS. And Friday, we've got Mike Enjo from Creative Source coming on the show for an interview, and that's going to be shitloads of fun. So that will wrap it up for today. I hope you got something from this. So right now on the screen, if you're watching the replay, there will be a playlist of other episodes to click on. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, because it helps me get more people involved and lots of more people learning and sharing music and doing all of that cool stuff. And it looks like as of next week, I will be starting my Patreon page, which is really exciting. I'll show you a bit more of that tomorrow, but that looks like it for today. So thank you very much all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep creating. Stay gangster. Stay rockin'. Stay metal. And adios, amigos. Ha 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 ha.